Hi. I can't believe I just set up my camera so I could get out of my car and then get back in just to film that clip. Oh great, and I don't have a camera stand, so this should be fun. Guys, I'm filming this video today because I fucking missed you guys. Like, I miss making videos, I miss talking. We're gonna hold that and turn. I'm at an intersection.
See on my lips, take a little sip, privacy on the door, I'ma make the shit grip.
A rich nigga, 8 figure, that's my time. Oh, I have to take a left. Oh shit. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love when people just slam on their brakes and put their blinker on as they're turning. Like, yeah, sure, I know what you're doing. Massachusetts is literally, we're gonna get into it, but Massachusetts is the worst place to drive. Like, absolutely, tootly, and rootly horrible. Oh my gosh, we're almost there. I'm literally so excited. I'm gonna show you guys what I order because I order vegan. I don't eat meat because I've had food poisoning like way too many times, like more than the average, and it just grossed me out after vomiting like that. And I don't eat dairy because I'm allergic and I will literally shit myself. I got my nails done. Oh my gosh, I did a funny photo shoot for Twitter of my nails. Let me show you right now. It's fake, like, guys, don't worry. It's literally a toy, it's a prop, it's a prank. I thought it was funny and I've only gotten 5 likes so far, so. A Crunchwrap Supreme with no meat, no cheese, and no sour cream. So then can I get potatoes in there instead? And then can I do a beefy Frito burrito with no meat and no cheese, and then potatoes instead? Chips and salsa, a small potato wedge. Oh, root beer. Thank you. He was literally the most gorgeous man I've ever seen in my life, but he had no time for me at all. Did not give a shit about me at all. He was like, take your food and leave, please. Potato wedges, bitch. Literally my favorite thing ever is to sit in my car, eat, and watch YouTube. I got my chips and salsa. Alright, so let's get down to the nitty motherfucking gritty and talk about what I want to talk about. I've been driving for Lyft because I'm saving up because I'm moving out of Boston. I am moving out of Boston and I'm moving to Florida. I think I've already said this, but it's happening. It's literally like next week. So I think my next video is going to be me vlogging my trip down because I'm driving from Boston to Florida. And I will be vlogging, so my next video will probably be that video. So I started to do Lyft on the side, and I liked it a lot. And I realized that you can make like a lot of money doing this. So I did it full time. This is the issue with mukbangs, is I just want to eat, but I have to talk. I started doing it full time, and I didn't have crazy stories because I don't go late. Like, I don't go past 10 o'clock because I don't want to have crazy stories. It's like scary, but I did just get some mace. Ooh, I'm excited. I hope a bitch tries. I've come across three crazy stories. So, the first one, let me take a bite. It was like 6 o'clock on a Tuesday, and these girls were drunk. Like, it was 2 girls, but some guy ordered the Lyft for them. And he was like, oh, like, I have 2 girls coming, just stay where you are. And I was like, okay. So, they get in the car, and I guess they got into a fight with the guy that ordered the Lyft, and he was sending them home. So they were like arguing with him over text and stuff, like talking about it. And when they got in, I smelled alcohol, but I was like, there's no way 7 o'clock on a Tuesday, they're drunk. They're talking, and I start to realize they are drunk. Like, they're fucking drunk. The way they're talking, they're drunk. So the girl sits in the front seat, which there was no need to sit in the front seat, and the other girl sits in the back seat. There's 2 girls, so like, you both could have sat in the back. I don't like when people sit in the front. It's so awkward. But this girl like puts her seat back, and then she just like passes out. So I'm just driving. It's like a 20-minute drive, so it's like kind of long. I'm just driving, and if you guys are like, if you know of Boston, Storrow Drive is like basically a highway, and there's no like pullover areas. It's like 3 lanes, the curb is on each side. So while I'm driving down Storrow Drive, and this girl is next to me in the front seat is like, pull over right now, I'm gonna throw up. And I was like, you are not about to throw up in my car. So I pulled over. I have cars like flying around me, beeping at me, cussing me out, while this girl throws up. And then she shuts the door and I smell throw up, and I was like, she did not fucking miss the fucking outside and throw up in my fucking car. I dropped them off and I look and she fucking threw up down the side of my car, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I just reported it. I got paid for it. That wasn't that big of a deal, but that was my first throw up incident. I was like, just leave, please get out of my car. Taco Bell's salsa is really good. So, next story. It's Sunday. It's about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and I get a ride. So I go to this house, and it's this girl walking in the middle of the street in some club dress, like hobbling because she's clearly still drunk. I was like, please don't let that be my fucking passenger. So then she waves me down, and it's her. She gets in my car, and she gets in, and she's like, still drunk from Saturday night before, just got out of an after party. Her after party went from Saturday to Sunday morning at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. She gets in my car and she's like, I need you to hurry up and rush as fast as you can. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I don't ask any questions, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, alright, cool, I'll get you there. And she's like, yeah, I need to beat my boyfriend there. He's hit me for the 3rd time and I'm done. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, I need to go to the house and get his money before he gets there and takes his money, because I know where he hides it. She's like, I need to fix my chipped tooth. I was like, so I'm whipping, and she just keeps telling me about this boy that is trash, honestly trash. So I gave her some advice. I was like, sis, not worth it, you need to leave him. Like, getting hit once is too many times. You should have left the first time. And she's like, I know. I'm gonna leave him. He cheats, blah, 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 blah. I was like, sis, this ain't it. So I ended up getting her to her house before he got there. I feel like that story had more to it. I just can't remember right now. So next story. I pick up this guy, and I can tell right away that he's gay. He says he's gay. Like, I knew he was gay, but he said it to me, like he confirmed it. So he gets in my car, and he's like, oh, I have to go to this lady's house and do her hair. Like, he's like, he does hair. I was like, okay, like, I really don't care. I don't know why people tell me about their lives. I don't care. I'm just giving you a ride to where you need to go. So then he's like talking to me. He gets a phone call from this guy. He puts it on speaker for some reason. I feel like he was trying to flex. Puts it on speaker, and he's like, yo, if you want to fuck, just tell me you want to fuck. You can stop hitting me up and saying like, let's be friends, let's hang out, let's chill. He's like, just text me whenever you want to fuck and I'll meet you. And the guy was like, okay, cool. I was like, ew. So then he had me like fucking turn around, go back to his house because he forgot something. And he's on the phone with this person, and he's like being kind of shady. So then he runs up and he comes back down, and he's like, all right, we're good now. And I'm like, okay. So then I'm driving him to his destination, and he's like, I'm sorry, I gotta do this. I can't stand the lady. I'm going to her house and she drives me nuts. I was like, do what? He's like, never mind, don't, just keep driving. And I was like, okay. So I look in my rearview mirror, and I see this dude doing coke. Doing coke in my backseat. Doing coke. And it's like 1 p.m. on a Wednesday, and you're going to do someone's hair. I can't. So that is it for my story time, guys. I feel like I thought that these stories would be a little more crazy. I feel like now that I'm saying it, it's not that crazy. But in the moment, you're like, oh my goodness. Oh, hold on. I have another one. I just remembered this. I need to take a break from the food because I need to just tell this. I dropped this girl off at the TD Bank Garden Center, which is in Boston. And I dropped this girl off. I don't have another Lyft. Like, I drop her off, and there's nothing in my queue. There's nothing next. Like, I don't have another ride after that. So I just drop her off. She's getting out, and as she's getting out, like she's still kind of sitting in the car and her legs are just out, like she's trying to get ready to get up. And as she's doing that, this guy is like shoving her in and like trying to get in. And she's like, excuse me, I'm trying to get out of this car. And then he's like, my bad. And he gets up and lets her out. And this other guy gets in and sits in the front seat. So there's one guy in the front, one guy in the back. Again, like why? Why can't you both sit in the back? I'm like, guys, I don't have a Lyft. Like, I don't know what you're doing. Maybe you have the wrong car, but I don't have a Lyft. Like, this isn't for you. You need to get out. And they're like, well, do you want a Lyft? And I was like, no, like I'm working. Like I would have to turn my Lyft app off because what if I got a ride? Like you guys, I don't have a Lyft. Like you're not on my system. Like you need to go. And he's like, well, we'll pay you. And I was like, okay, like do you have PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, TD Bank, Zelle? Like what do you have? He's like, no, I just have cash. And I should have like red flagged that because I'm like, you have cash, which can't be tracked. You're not on my Lyft app. I'm just giving you two strangers, two grown men, a ride. They're like in their 30s, buff, like big guys. And I was like, all right, whatever. Cause like you have anxiety in the moment, you're like scared. So you're like, all right, cool. So I'm like, all right, where are you going? So I put in the address on my GPS and it's like 30 minutes out of the way. And it's like up north, like going into New Hampshire. I was like, this just does not feel good. So I'm driving and I'm like, just driving along. They don't say a word. But this one guy next to me is like breathing really heavy. And I didn't know if they were drunk or if they were just like weird. He was like breathing heavy. He rolled the window down. He like kept sighing. Like he kept going. Like almost like he was going to throw up or he was nervous. I was like, this is not feeling well for me. So we get off the exit. And I see that there's like a Cumberland Farms and there's like a ton of people there. So I get off the exit and I pull into the Cumberland Farms and he's like, no, take a left. And I'm like, I'm just gonna pull into this gas station. He's like, take a left. I was like, I'm gonna pull into this gas station. I didn't have my pepper spray at this point. If I had my pepper spray, I would have been real bold. I would have been ballsy. Like I would have said something. So I pull into the Cumberland Farms and I was like, you guys need to get out. I was like, I got you guys halfway there. Order a Lyft from here, order an Uber from here, but I'm sorry, I'm not. This is extremely uncomfortable and I don't feel like there's nothing. In my head, I was like, there's no way I can track them. They're not on the app, so I don't have any information on them. They're gonna pay me in cash, if they even pay me. So they can't be tracked that way. And like, what if I'm bringing them to a house where they're gonna try to kidnap me and bring me in, or they're gonna try to like do something. So I kicked them out and they were like pissed. Like, the guy was like, what the fuck? And then the other guy slammed his door. And I'm like backing up to pull away. And as I'm doing that, the guy looks at me and gave me the nastiest look. What if I was getting like sex trafficked? Or what if I was like getting kidnapped or something? Or killed? What if they were homophobic? Like, that was just so dumb of me. I should have said, no, get out right now. From the very beginning. Should have done that. You live and you learn. Oh, I feel like you would want to see me eat my Crunchwrap Supreme. I think there's sour cream in it. Are you kidding me? I'm so annoyed. I don't even like, even if I was eating dairy, I don't even like sour cream. Alright guys, but that is it for today. Thank you guys for listening. My next video will probably be my vlog driving from Boston to Florida. So subscribe, get ready for that. And I will see you guys very soon. Love you, bye. Oh, so gross.